to chapter 19. Chapter 19 will be talking about magnetism. As you know, in the previous chapter, chapter 16, 17, 18, we were talking about the electricity. 19 and 20, we will talk about the magnetism. Of course, we will start our lesson with very simple idea. It is about the magnet. What is magnet? What are the properties of magnet? What are the types of magnet? What is the reason for magnetism? Why some metal can act as a magnet but the other no? All of these ideas, we will have them today. Let us start. What do we mean by magnet? The magnet that all of you know, and I think most of all of you saw it before in the science lab. You have bar like this, and this bar, it has two sides. You find one side red, yes, this side, and the other side is what? You find its color what? Blue. Excellent. Here we have another side, all of it blue. This one, it is called magnet, as you know. It has two parts. These two parts at its end. These two ends are called poles. Any magnet has how many poles? Two poles. So the first property of the magnet, that each magnet has two poles. One of them, it is called, yes, excellent, North Pole. The blue one, it is called North Pole. And the red one, it is called the North Pole. And the blue one, it is called what? South Pole. So the first property of a magnet, that each magnet has two poles. One of them, it is called the North Pole, and the other one, it is called the South Pole. Excellent. If you will bring some iron filling near to this magnet, you will find the strongest force where? Say that I have some paper clip and I will bring them near to this magnet. Do you think where it will be the most magnetic force? Will be in the middle, will be in the half, will be at south, will be at north? Where they will be if you will have some iron filling? Yes, excellent. The strongest magnetic force, it will be at the poles. So the second property of any magnet, that the strongest magnetic force will be where? At the poles. Excellent. So here, the magnet that we know, any magnet, it has two poles, and the strongest magnetic force, it will be at the poles. What I mean by the magnetic force, this one will be our third point. Magnetic force, for any force, define it push or pull. Excellent. Or we can define it as we talk it about the charges. Yes, it can be called attraction or repulsive force. So here, the third property, that any magnet exert what? Magnetic force. Any magnet exert magnetic force. This magnetic force can be what or what? Excellent. This magnetic force can be attractive. This magnetic force can be attractive magnetic force, or it can be what? Repulsive force. Can you predict when it will be attractive or repulsive, as we took in the charges? Who can tell me? Number 4. Yes, like poles, say that we have this magnet here, N and S, and we have nearby magnet here, S and N. Do you think these two magnets, they will repel or they will attract? How you will think? Here, what do we have? Like poles or opposite poles? like. So the like looks like negative, negative, positive, positive. They will attract or repel. Yes, they will repel. So fourth property here, that like poles, they will what? Repel or attract? They will repel. Excellent. And opposite poles looks like here. See that here N, here S, and here N, here S. What do we have here? Like poles or opposite? Opposite. So opposite poles, they will attract or repel. Excellent. Attract. So let us revise. What did we write? We wrote some properties of a magnet, as you observe here. What are these properties? That number one, that each magnet has two poles, South Pole and North Pole. The strongest magnetic force will be at the poles, not in the middle, not beside one pole. No, at the two poles we will have the strongest magnetic force. Any magnet will exert magnetic force. This magnetic force can be attractive force or repulsive force. What else? We said that like poles, they will repel, and opposite poles, they will attract. Do you understand? So now we explained the properties of a magnet. Done? Okay. The second part, it will be about the types of magnet. The types of magnet. Do we have types of magnet? Yes. So the second idea with us, it will be the kinds or types of magnet. Kinds of magnet. How we will classify the magnet? They classify the magnet. This part you will find it interacted in your book, so I will upload a Word file about the classification of magnets, the part that I will explain now, in the course material. So don't forget, girls, to open the course material and read the Word file name called classification of magnets. What are the kinds of magnets? Do we have kinds of magnets? Yes. We have two groups, or we have two ways to classify the magnet. One of them, we will classify the magnet, I can name it A, according to their action, how they will work. And another classification, it will be according to the material from which they are made. Yani they are made up of what? Okay, how you will classify them? According to the action, they said that the magnet, their action can be permanent. From the meaning of the English meaning of the word permanent. Who can tell me? Permanent, it means that it is last for a long time. Yes? Okay, anything lasts for a long time. Say that you, in your mind, the multiplication table information lasts for a long time. It means that you did a great effort on it, or it is so easy to memorize. Anything that you are doing effort on it, if you will study hard, you will never forget. Yes or no? So the permanent, it will be hard to magnetize. These type of magnets, they are hard to magnetize. It will be easy to lose or difficult to lose. Yes, anything you are doing effort in it, it will be difficult to lose. So the permanent magnets are hard to magnetize, hard to lose its magnetism. Okay, I did a great effort to make it a magnet. Also, I will do a great effort for this magnet to lose its magnetism. If you have one kind, it is called permanent. What do you think is second type name? its opposite, it will be temporary. Temporary, you have some information temporary in your mind, so you easy memorize them, and it will be easy for you to forget. So temporary, it means it is easy to magnetize, easy to lose its magnetism. Okay, girls, do you understand? So, the kinds of the magnets, according to their action, we have permanent magnet, and we can classify them according to the material. According to the action, we have permanent, hard to magnetize, hard to lose its magnetism, and temporary magnet, they are easy to magnetize, easy to lose. These two kinds of the magnets, according to their action, we can rename them. Permanent, you can call them hard magnet, and temporary, you can call them soft magnet. Okay, do you understand it? Okay. How we can classify the magnet according to the material from which they made? According to the material, we will classify them to ferromagnet. I think now one metal came to your mind, and according to the material from which they made, they can made up from electricity. Ferromagnet, so they contains what? Ferric, ferrous, chemistry, iron. So we have ferromagnet, they are containing iron, cobalt, and nickel. Electricity, made up of electricity, we have two kinds. One of them, it is electromagnet, and the other kind, it is called solenoid. So again, kinds of magnet. We have magnet according to their action, and we have magnet according to the material from which they made. Action, their action can be last for a long time, or it can be for a short time. If it will last for a long time, it is called permanent magnet. Hard to magnetize, hard to lose. And temporary, they are easy to magnetize, easy to lose their magnetism. According to the material, we have ferromagnet, made up of iron, cobalt, nickel, the metals that we know, and they can be made up of electricity. Electricity, they can be electromagnet, or they can be solenoid. Do you understand, girls? So what did we take today? We took the properties of a magnet and the kinds of magnet. Coming period, we will take the magnetic field and the magnetic domain and the earth magnetic field. Thank you.